Hi guys, so I did this quick video today for you, and it's basically a get ready with me for the races. So I have the Galway races in mind when I'm thinking this, and I'm thinking a kind of a bright lip and a dark charcoal kind of browny grey smoky eye. So while I'm talking to you here now, I'm just basically going over my skincare there in the video. So I started off with a little bit of MAC strobe cream, some fast response eye cream and some primer. I use the Skin Base Visage primer. I also popped on a little bit of the Fix Plus spray here, and that's just to prep my skin, basically gives a little bit of a hydrating mist. And the foundation I chose was Studio Fix, and I mainly use the So Soup palette. So starting off with my Studio Fix foundation then, I went in with shade NC20. Basically this is like a soft golden undertone. It's kind of on the lower side of the colours, we'll say, the spectrum. I have no tan on here, so that would explain using NC20. It's quite a sallow enough colour though. So I popped that all over with my Kabuki brush. Next I popped on a bit of Cocoa Brown Golden Goddess oil. It's basically like kind of has a reflex oil, it's the best way I could describe it. It's supposed to be used on the body and that, but I like to use it if I'm having like a big night out or anything like that. So I either mix it with my foundation or I pop it on all over like I'm doing here. So starting off with your So Soup palette then, this is the contour palette obviously. I'm using a little bit of the concealer colour just underneath my eyes, and I also popped it on the eyelid as well. Just on that note as well, I was actually blending it in with a little duo fibre brush. Excellent for like cream products. And then just go back in with that foundation brush and just kind of buff it all in together. So next I have a little bit of the contour from the So Soup palette, and I kind of pop that right underneath my cheekbone. Right on top of the hairline and a little bit on the jawline as well. And this is just to define, so your contour is really to define. Try and keep your cream products on top of your kind of wet products, if that makes sense. So don't kind of set the makeup and then go back in with cream. I find it really kind of gathers a little bit. So just stick to your cream products on cream. I don't always contour my nose as well. I just thought if it was kind of a special occasion I probably would go in and shade the nose a small bit. These are so easy to blend as well. These products, I find her palette really easy to blend. So I just went back in with that Kabuki brush. You can see how much help that's going to give you with just doing your skin alone, and that just gets rid of any harsh lines on the skin. Back in with Sue again, and I'm going to use the cream highlighter right on the cheekbones, small amount, press it in with your finger. Just gives a nice kind of a dewy glow. I am going to use a powder highlight later, but this is just to kind of double up on it underneath. So setting my makeup, I love to use the MAC Hair Blend powders. This is in the shade Medium Plus. I just love them. They don't dry out the skin. My skin is slightly drier, so I find they don't dry out. They give a little bit of coverage. And then this is what I was talking about with your highlighter. So I'm going in with MAC Oh Darling. That little brush is amazing. It's like, I call it a bunny tail. That's what we call it at work. It's gorgeous for a highlighter. So just a small bit, just to give a really glow. When I say small bit, I mean a lot. I don't think you can ever have enough highlight. So to contour then I use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. This is quite a dark shade, so this is in dark tan, so just bear that in mind. Pinch your brush in together if your brush is kind of a little bit chunkier, and you'll get more definition with it, right underneath the cheekbone, so underneath that highlighter. So next I'm just going in with your primer for the eyelid, and this is MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. It's a yellow undertone, so it's going to kind of keep down any redness on the eyelid as well. You can see there that the cream product has started to kind of gather. Well, that paint pot, that really stops that from happening. So shadow wise then, as I said, we're going kind of charcoaly brown. So the first one I'm going to start off with is called Omega, and that's by MAC. I'm going to pop that right in along the crease of the eye, nearly like a windscreen wiper, back and over until you've kind of achieved your depth with it. This is going to make your eye, the rest of the eye colours really blow out and blend well. And I can't stress enough how important a really light kind of skin-like colour underneath them is, underneath your other shadows that is. I'm just blending that right back and over. So whatever you kind of do, as I was saying before in another video as well, I kind of said whatever I was doing on top of the eyelid, I nearly brought underneath, bar that is too much shimmer. So just your MAC colour, just bring that underneath with a fine kind of pinched in brush. So building up even more, then I went in with charcoal brown. I did do a little bit off camera here as well, just because the video would have been so long otherwise, and I felt like it was kind of repetitive going over the same thing again. Just bringing it all the way in, that next colour, so that's charcoal brown, blending it right the way into the inner corner. The deeper you go, the darker the eye. I kind of kept the majority of my colour here to the outer corner of the eye. And I did also go in with a little bit of espresso too on the outer corners, all by MAC. This next one then is called Retrospect, yeah. So if you don't have this colour, amazing. Like gold, a real soft gold for the lid. You don't need to put any sort of a pigment over this. You'll see it on, it looks amazing actually. The video nearly doesn't do it enough justice. You'll see in the photo at the end how pigmented this eyeshadow actually is. And that's just by me pressing it on, just with a fluffy 217 brush there. You can even see there, it's absolutely gorgeous, the payoff of it. So using brush stroke eyeliner by MAC, it's relatively new eyeliner. I did one eye there off camera and then kind of tried to show you the best I could. Really difficult to do your eyeliner on camera, but I really did try to show you as much footage as possible as me doing my eyeliner. I think most people can kind of get the classic line and then they struggle to get a flick or a wing. So it really depends on your eye shape. You know, not every eye shape can take a flick. I always start off with a small little flick and I build it up for myself. My own eyes are quite oval shaped, so I tend to go with a little bit of a cat eye effect. So always peer back over to the other eye to make sure you're staying kind of even with the two sides, and build it up nice and slowly. So as I was saying, I do like that real cat eye effect, so meaning I would like to get right into the inner corner of my eye like I did there. And I do also like to bring it underneath the eyes as well. That's me just perfecting the kind of little flick again. And then this is what I was talking about bringing it underneath the eyes. So it suits my eye shape. It doesn't suit every eye shape. It doesn't necessarily suit someone with quite bigger eyes. Like my eyes are quite squinty. So I don't know, it just suits that kind of eye shape. But if your eyes are a lot bigger, sometimes I think real chunky liner on top with a kind of a gorgeous big flick really suits that eye shape. And I just got right the way into the inner corner. I'll have everyone calling me squinty eyes now after this. So the kind of pencil I chose for underneath was like a grey, kind of a black, if that makes sense. It's called Phone Number by MAC, and it's a smudgeable pencil. I wanted kind of more of a smudgeable one for this look, so I went right in along the waterline with this. I'm just showing you the difference between the two eyes, like how much an eyeliner can change up the eyes. That's me getting right into the waterline of the eye and tight lining, which was basically the underneath of your eye nearly. Sounds kind of gross. Just grab that pencil again, and what I did is I grabbed that small brush. This is why I want it to be smudgy, because I want to smoke it out a little bit underneath. The mascara I went for then was In Extreme Dimension. That's by MAC as well. It's gorgeous for lengthening out the lashes and really separating out every one. And this is me applying lashes because I love seeing people apply lashes, and I think a lot of people ask me, how do I put on my lashes? So I went for the Sosu lashes here in Gigi. These are beautiful. They're so light. Can barely feel them on the eyes, but at the same time they look really good in photos. So you need your scissors, your duo glue, and obviously your lashes. Cut them to your shape first. Now it's important to measure up your shape of your eye first. Don't just assume that every lash fits all. Pop on your glue and leave to dry for about 20 seconds. So I did that off camera and I had the glue on and everything. So this is actually me applying the lashes then, going straight on with them. I didn't edit this part here where I applied this lash, so this is exactly how long it took me to apply the lash. Get a corner stuck in first and your whole lash is going to literally glide into the eye. I mean, that was it there. That was me applying it. That's literally how long it took. So next then I just went in with a bit of Nylon. It's a highlighter eyeshadow by MAC. It's kind of a yellowy undertone, and I popped it right underneath the eyes and right in the inner corner. So the most important part of this look I really thought was kind of the lips. So I wanted them to stand out. I wanted it to be a colour that not everyone would have, and I wanted it to be a colour that people would be like impressed with. So I chose Brick and Chili. So Brick lip pencil and Chili lipstick. So first of all I went in with the lip pencil. I went quite in depth on this and did show a lot of footage of the lip, because I think that's really important for this look. It was important to get it right. It's important to pop on lip primer. Really getting the top of the Cupid's bow first. That's right, the centre of the lip, and then work your way up from the let's say underneath up, instead of working down. You work down, you're going to really cut off a lot of your lip. If you work up, you're going to give yourself the fullest lip you have. I don't have big lips, so I do have to fill them out a little bit. If you do, well then you're just lucky. Let all the lip pencil as well do most of the work. I find people don't use lip pencils enough. This really will help you achieve your look. You'll see all I do in the end then is just basically throw on the lipstick. Your pencil does the majority of the work for you, and it's just filling in then what's in the centre. My mouth is getting super dry doing this. And fill in the lip a little bit as well, just so your lipstick sticks a little bit better. And this is Chili lipstick. It is such a beautiful burnt red. It is gorgeous. I love it. It's really not enough people know about this lipstick. And that's all I did was fill in the centre. So as I said, your pencil is doing most of the work, and after that it's easy. I hope you enjoyed this look. I tried to kind of do something a little bit different. I tend to kind of go for nude a lot, but I thought for the races you can really up your game for the races. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of inspo, and good luck with the races.